Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Oh, I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. I'm here to do just that for you. All you gotta do is tune in, get it, and use it like you're doing. I appreciate you. Let's go. Oh man. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go. So I asked the question, do you know you? You know how to answer for yourself. Tune in. I can help you with that. So let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. Simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maya, be true. We're still doing this concept about Ra. I'm gonna break down for you the secrets about Ra. Okay, I showed you when he in the boat in the daytime. It's just him and Tahuti. Now the Netarian scripture says, listen to this: the heart of Arantif is glad when Ra sets in the evening. I wasn't gonna go through this, but I thought it was flat. But no, I think it's got some good stuff here. So I'm gonna break it down for you. Now, Arantif is what means the place where nothing grows. Thus, we are given to understand that Ra is the force that causes things to come into what existence. An example, to grow, and that's in the evening. Then the innermost reality, the rancher where Asar, the soul, resides. Y'all call it heaven. This is the original concept of what y'all deem heaven. His return to the state of what? Peace, rest. Therefore, Ra coming forth from the noon, the primeval waters, is the opposite of the Ranchuf and Rantuf and Roof, whatever you call it. I can't get that word right. But it's then what? The original state, again, of the noon, before Ra brought forth into being. Before there was light, there was nothing. Why? Darkness, so nothing what to get. If you only got one thing, what's to gauge it by? We only had one thing beyond Ra. When he came into existence, let there be light. Now we got what? Light and dark. The cycle that can begin, hence time. Let's start telling time. We can tell time by how long the sun stayed in the sky. That's how it was done originally. Thus, we didn't come out of the closet. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. No, it don't work that way. So understand that. And thus, Ra has what? 3 states of existence. We told you that. Quickly, break it down. In the morning, he's Kepri, the creative one. Okay? New life coming to perform. And high noon, he's Ra, the sustainer. Everybody worships him. Why? He brought life, sustenance, heat. He kept everything going. Without him, we have nothing. Before him, we had nothing. Hello? He rises every day, the risen Savior. Okay, conceptually, symbolically, not literally. Come on, man, get over that nonsense. And in the evening, when he go into rest and contentness, he's Tim. Omega, Alpha is Capri, he's the beginning. Rod's be in the middle, and you got Tim, which is the end. Bye bye, good night, closing out. And what Rod brought forth, the creation by what? Bringing into existence two divinities after he what? Set Maya in place for what? Order out of chaos. The noon was chaos. He needed some order. So she came first. And watch this. That's why she's not in the E9, not in that. Why? Because he stands on her. She represents what he's all about. And from that point on, he created two divinities. These, in turn, brought forth what? The rest of the god and goddesses that came into existence. These two important divinities, you know who they are? Air, Shu, and Tefnut, water from above. Air, inner space, and water. They represent the first duality to come into existence. This is being conscious. Why would he put air and water here before he put us here, who we're going to need both of those things? Conscious, all knowing, all conscious. That's why. And when you give him that title, we gave it to him, understanding all the attributes that go with that. I hear God, now they talking about God like he's like he one of us. They don't hold him in reverence. They don't see him. No, they just, oh, God, 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 God. Ignorance, ignorance. What ignorance? Why, if you did some study and did some learning and did some implementations of what you learned, you'll see. Moving on. Together with Ra, what happened? They constituted the first trinity of creation, was composed of Ra, fire, Shu, air, water, life force, Tefnut. That's the children of God. So Ra is what? The opener of the path of what? The double lion. When you see the two lions going this way, like they do, Masonic got the two eagles, same thing. One represents yesterday, this represents tomorrow. You represent the sun rising in between the two. That's my calling card. I love that concept. Why? It's the sun rises every day. You got to do that every day. It's a cycle of life. You practice it, you live it. Nature shows you that. Watch this. I'll show you right quick. Now, in existence, those three open the way for the double lions. Shu and Tefnut are known as the lion god and goddess. Okay? Also referred to as Akaru, two lions of the two horizons, east, west. See where I'm going with this? Thus, Ra is what? Fire, light. Not the light, no, he's light. He represents the light from what? Eternity. He ain't going out. The fire of consciousness that creates and perceives what? Time and space, and interacts with creation. That's man, human beings. He put everything here for us to have it so we can enjoy it, interact with it, and do what we do, raise and praise and worship him, and do supposed to be the right thing. We know that ain't working out, but that's the concept. And they did that for thousands of years until they started getting invaded. So they was fine with what they was doing. Moving on. Thus, Ra is the fire of consciousness that creates, okay, now that it creates, proceed. Ra is the source of what? Consciousness. But as we learn in the story of Ra and Aset, what? That the personality of Ra, ready? Here we go, is really only the outer manifestation of Supreme Being. This is the outer manifestation of me. The inner me is inside here. So what you see, but you got to get to know what the real me, the inner me, that's what they explain to you. Ra is the same way. Watch this. So Ra has another aspect, which is hidden. Amun. We knew that too. And which goes under a secret name, the hidden one. You practice to learn that name. And this is the what? The transcendental aspect, which is beyond what? Time and space. In essence, in the Rantuf, where not even words exist. The task of you right thinkers, spiritual aspirants, your job is to what? Discover the real name of Ra. How? Just like I said there. You pester him, you badger him, you put him in an uncompromising position where he got to say uncle, he got to give you it to him. So that means put the work in, study, learn, and become him, and you'll understand. Right quick, let's talk about the god Noon. You see this picture right here, the guy pushing the boat up. That's Ra in the boat with his crew, but there's always in the boat either Noon, okay? The Noon, which is the prime evil water of creation, that's what he represents. He stands for what? In the particular scene above I just showed you, it's taken from the sarcophagus of Seti I, the personification of the prime evil water of creation. Noon is shown pushing the boat of Atum Ra. Now, in the boat, you see a scarab pushing sun disk. Without pushing, but he's holding it up. Okay? That's Kepri and Ra. See where they're on the same thing? Okay, the same concept. Watch this. Now, you see the scarab, which is who emerges as Kepri scarab. That means into the waves. Behind Kepri are what? You see the divinities. Okay, you got Geb, represent earth. You got Shu, represents air and ether. Then you got Heka. He represents divine creative word. Words of power. Okay, that's him. Hu, that's divine sense of taste. Got that good taste. All right. Now, these are all the crew that Ra hang out with. And then you got Sa, S-A-A. He represents divine understanding. Assisting him are who? Your girls, Aset and Nefet. There are three divinities standing on the bow of the boat. Okay? That's on the other end. You see right here in the boat? You see the three divinities over here? Over here, right here. On top of their heads, you see three lines. Okay? Watch this. I'll break that down for you. Everything that they wrote or scribed out had purpose and reason. Your job was to learn it, understand it, and then what? Implement it. Like the Bible, same thing, same concept. You can learn it, live it, and implement it. That's called manifestation. But watch this. You see the other guys. There's three guys in the boat. Those three divinities standing in the bow of the boat. That means the front. They are A-A. That means doorway. And they symbol of what? They're over their heads, all three of them. That symbolizes what? The three worlds or planes of what? Creation that are engendered, open, and sustained by Kepri. That in the text, it is said what? That Kepri is the creator aspect of Asar. Thus, they are in reality one and the same, right? I love this one because this interpretation is supported by the following vignette from the Papyrus of Ani, where the soul, watch this, of Ra and the soul of Asar are shown meeting in a mystical city, guess where? Jeddu, where the Jedi reside. But this is the picture. I love this picture. You see you looking at yourself, and you'll see, look at the headdress and see if you can tell who is who. That's it. See, when I give tests, it would be tests like this, see if you're paying attention. You see Ra, you know Ra because what? He got the sun disk, okay? And he got the what? The falcon head. You see Asar, he's a man here with his crown of Upper Egypt. Excuse me, Lower Egypt, all right? That's the one set crown, okay? He's showing, looking at himself. The soul, looking at the soul. That's a hell of a concept. Think about it. We talk about the man in the mirror. They didn't have a mirror. They had the concept, though. Okay? So, in the Pert and Haru, the Book of the Dead, chapter 4, chapter verse 17, you see the plate where souls of Asar and Ra meet in the Jeddu in the Dua. That's spiritual. That's the next level. That ain't physical. No. But they wearing their headgear to let you know who they are, even in the afterlife. And you'll see they both got bird bodies, meaning they can ascend. Okay? Asar head is on the bird body. Ra don't have a head. He has the falcon head and he wears the sun disk. So all these people, all these things that they put forth for you, everything is done with what? The headdress. Everybody wears a hat, signify who you are pretty much. Police got caps, firemen got hats. Everybody wear hats. I wear hats. Okay, moving on. Let me get. Okay, I got a few more minutes. Let's talk about noon right quick. Hope you got that quick lesson about Ra. I love that idea. Okay, now when Ra meets himself in the dua, that's you raising your conscious level to your higher conscious level. Y'all become what? One. Again, that's the concept. But now noon is we consider the prime evil matter. That's the stuff which all matter is created from. Again, it comes from the noon. Everything comes from the noon. That's the one. And when physical matter is examined closely, it is found to be composed of what? Atoms that have been combined in various ways to produce compound molecules. Now, this is all scientific. I ain't in that. However, let's get back to what I know. Those atoms are all made up of what? The same material substance as universe. Thus, substance is what? Energy. And energy is what? Consciousness. And consciousness is the divine self. Hence, higher conscious, knowing all. So therefore, the material universe and everything in it is composed of divine stuff, as they call it. God, the noon, Ra Kepri, is the divine creative intelligence within the noon that came forth. The god and goddesses are the what? The will of the creative intelligence that operates throughout what? Every aspect of what? Creation, and who sustains creation at the behest of what? The divine self. Every principle, every character has a role to play. It just do its job. It just do what it does. That's it. We gave them characters to help them, but the sun gonna be the sun. He ain't gonna be nothing else. Okay, moving on. Let me wrap this up right quick. You saw a picture of the noon. Whenever you see this little picture with the water, okay, the waves right there, that all signifies the noon. Okay, everything comes from there. Everything. You see it, Ra, everybody, Apophis, everybody. Again, referring to what? The vinaigrette on the sarcophagus of Seti, Kepri pushes the sun disk into the arms of Nu, who is standing on the head of Asar. In order for her to receive it, she has to passes it into what? The area enclosed. You see Noon. You see Noon, she like this. All right. You see a hole here and a hole down here for him to come in and come out in the morning to be born again. That's the concept, okay? Watch this. Encircled, encompassed by the body of Asar himself, in essence, the Duat, the netherworld. Now, since the text which composed the exposition of the Commission teachings come from various tombs, papyrus, and inscriptions, the depiction of the gods and goddesses do not always seem uniform, okay? Because different people, different views. This is because the priest and priestess was what? Describing different aspects of the same teachings. For example, in the boat above, there are 10 divinities, okay, accompanying Kepri, a form of Ra, the netter as the creator, in the previous image of the boat of Ra, which initiates the other page I just showed you. Now that was with the initiates, okay? Right here, pretty much they call it nondescript. Now he in the boat with his company of God and goddesses. Notice the difference. Their headdress is prominent. You can tell who is who on there. Okay, clarify that. That's all the 9 gods. That's what he rolled with. That's all aspects of his character. And they showed you right here the boat of Ra with the Nishan's previous page. There are 10 divinities, including Ra, in essence, 9 Neteru, God and goddesses, and 1 Neter. The Nishan looks on from the bow of the boat. In the boat below, we begin to see what? 9 divinities plus the king, who was what? Haru, me and you. That's what your goal, and that's the purpose of right thinkers, to get to become what? Haru, the best you. In ancient Egyptian mystical philosophy, creation is explained as emanation which came from a primeval mass of what? Undifferentiated matter called Nu, or the Noon. From this mass arose Atun Ra in the form of Kepri the scarab on the divine boat. The boat below shows Ra and his main routine, which includes the king himself in the last position, symbolizing what? His divinity and the fact that he is righteously following the divine path himself. That's the concept, that's the lesson. And right thinkers, hope you enjoyed the lesson. In closing, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back with more. I got to go now, though.